Self-improve and self-cultivate according to the scientific outlook on development. Siafang. October 13, 2013. Translation edited by Chinyu. As 3 feet of ice does not form in a single day, nor does water carve through stone overnight, a towering tree does not grow in 3 to 5 years, and becoming a celestial being or Buddha is not achieved in 10 or 8 years. 10 years of hard study goes unnoticed, but one success brings fame across the land. Nobel Prize winners, without a decade or decades of diligent study and research, none could easily win the Nobel Prize. The way of the greatest creator is the way of nature, and the way of nature is the way of science. The scientific way must respect natural principles, laws, and regulations. Any thoughts, ideas, desires, attempts, statements, or actions that try to transcend these natural principles, laws, and rules go against the way of the greatest creator and are harmful to people and society. The great way is very straightforward, but people love to take shortcuts. Laozi warned us over 2,500 years ago that we should not seek shortcuts in cultivation. The so-called shortcuts are the desire for overnight wealth, instant fame, and immediate success. It is the unwillingness to follow scientific laws, looking for shortcuts and tricks, not wanting to put effort into the details, but wanting to achieve one's wishes quickly, to achieve enlightenment and enter heaven. 2,500 years later, people still love shortcuts. What are the results? Not a single celestial or Buddha has been made, but many are tormented, exhausted, disturbing their neighbors, and falling into madness. Without the accumulation of quantitative changes, qualitative changes cannot occur. The accumulation of quantitative changes requires persistent effort over time, without frequently changing positions and directions, nor being inconsistent like fishing for 3 days and drying the nets for 2, but rather clinging to the green hills with unwavering determination, rooted in the cracked rocks, enduring thousands of grindings and beatings, standing firm against all winds from every direction. Being eager for quick success and instant benefits is a taboo for cultivators. A plant needs to go through spring, summer, autumn, and winter to germinate, grow, bloom, and bear fruit. Even boiling a pot of water requires a heating process, let alone a person to become a celestial or Buddha. Politicians who truly want to serve the people should think and guide people's production and living practices according to the scientific outlook on development. Economic development should be conducted according to the scientific outlook on development. If a person wants to live a peaceful, smooth, and cozy life for a lifetime, they need to think and act according to the scientific outlook on development. A cultivator needs even more to follow the scientific outlook on development to repay debts, accumulate merits, transform consciousness, and achieve enlightenment. Miracles occur after accumulating enough merit and expertise. Without the accumulation of quantitative changes, miracles will not happen. A person without merit who falls ill and hopes that burning incense and chanting spells will lead to a quick recovery is engaging in futile efforts, akin to trying to catch fish by climbing a tree. A person who has not repaid their debts from past lives, accumulated enough treasures for heaven, and whose consciousness has not yet reached the quality of heavenly life, thinking they can enter heaven through rituals is simply delusional. Even gods, Buddhas, and celestials have no right or power to bring an imperfect life into heaven, let alone others. Those whose minds are clouded and who blindly follow without understanding are often the ones who live lives of tragedy. They rarely escape being deceived and often have to carry lifelong regrets. Since the time of Christ Jesus, anyone who performs or promises special miracles is not truly of God's way. Anyone who displays wonders to deceive the masses is not from the door of Buddha. Anyone who seeks shortcuts and magical powers is not from the door of celestials. Anyone who gains without working hard and creating is not from the door of humanity. Chanyuan celestials should adhere to the way of the greatest creator and cultivate according to the scientific outlook on development, putting effort into the details, building one's soul garden, marking an effort to elevate thinking and transform consciousness, repaying debts, and accumulating merits. Thus, day by day, as the quantity accumulates, changes in life and life will gradually become apparent. When the quantitative change reaches the saturation point, the miracle of qualitative change, like a chick breaking out of its shell or a caterpillar breaking out of its cocoon and transforming into a butterfly, will occur. The years of cultivation by Chanyuan celestials have already shown significant results. Most of the Chanyuan celestials currently living in the second home exhibit states of life and consciousness akin to those of celestials. This is evidence that following the way of the greatest creator and cultivating according to the scientific outlook on development is the most direct, effective, simple, and expedient path to higher levels of life.